We're gonna do and it's Magi Monday. Welcome, everybody. We are here today to talk about the Ace of Hearts because it is the very first card in the deck of the Magi, the card science system. What is it? Well, we all know the Magi based on playing cards that we were raised with, but really what you're playing with is an astrological calendar. So just picture this, right? There's 52 cards in a deck, 52 weeks in a year. You take 52, you divide it by 4, you get 13. There are 13 cards in each of the 4 suits representing each season. And so it is just the beginning of spring season. This is the first Monday of spring season. So this year, I want to take you on a journey through the cards and what they mean for you if it is your birth card, perhaps if it's your planetary ruling card, if it's a significant card in your soul roadmap. We all have a soul roadmap that has, oh, what's that? 13 cards in it that tell us so much juicy information about ourselves. So we're going to start with the Ace of Hearts today. And I am here with my Magi student extraordinaire, Mama Bear Mare. Say what up. Say hello to
What up,
everybody.
everybody?
Rocking into her 58th year. I just gave that number away because you know what? We're proud
I
of our,
love that number. I'm proud of that number. I'm good.
that's right. Right? And number is just a number. It's, as we know, it's
Yeah.
all about our mind. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, this Ace of Hearts, this new beginning, the hearts represent the spring season. It is the new beginning. It is the spark, right? As soon as we are born into a family, which hearts represent family. We experience love in whatever way, shape, or form we do, right? Like for better or for worse, we are introduced to the concept of love, of relationship, of home. All of that is represented by the suit of the heart. And then the ace has really two big meanings attached. And this is for all aces. It is the sense of self, it is the one, it is the I. And it also represents a new beginning, right? And so this could represent a new beginning in love. It could be a new beginning. You could have a child when this card appears, if that's something that you're desiring. And it could also, depending on where it falls, it can also represent a journey of self-love. Now, for Mama Bear Mare here, I happen to know that her planetary ruling card is the Three of Hearts. And as a Three of Hearts person, she has a lifetime karma card associated with the Ace of Hearts. And so I'm going to turn it over to you for a moment just to reflect on what is the Ace of Hearts? What has it meant for you? In this past, it hasn't been quite a year that you've been introduced to this knowledge, but you have been introduced to it. You understand that it is a self-love journey as a part of the Three of Hearts journey. And just, yeah, just generally, like, tell us who you are, Mama Bear Mare.
Mama Bear Mare.
It's just so fun to say.
I'm a very proud Magi student, and I'm learning every single day. And this system is just, it blows my mind and it excites me. And I'm just like you, asking everybody their birthdays now, whoever they are. Whenever I'm around a person. First name.
Uber driver. What's your
Yeah,
birthday?
yeah, everybody.
Everybody.
Um, but when I think of when I see the ace, I
Hmm.
see the I am.
Hmm.
And to me, I know the importance of putting the I am before everything else because of the whole, mindset. And for me, I could spew all of that. I could share all of that, but it wasn't something I did internally until recently. And honestly, I'm gonna probably give you props on everything because it was not even 6 months ago that you would start correcting the way I would just speak with, I would say, well, I've never, and you're like, not yet, you just haven't yet.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so, and you were also really helpful with, or you have been, and you still are with the self-care. Because as a mom, you do feel selfish when you're focusing on yourself.
Oh my
And
gosh.
so,
So true.
it just happens. And our self-care and slips to the wayside
Yeah.
when
Yeah.
we're doing all the other things. And I think you had said, you get on a plane, oxygen mask first. You have to. And it's true. I know that if we take care of ourselves, we can take care of others.
Yeah.
So my self-care really is this. It's learning my roadmap so that I can see ahead a little bit, sometimes go back a little bit. That's really fun for me. That's
Hmm.
the best part.
Right.
But just to give myself that, okay, what do I need to look for? But yeah, I think that self-care is when I see the Ace of Hearts.
And that's so that like that I think just this morning I was thinking, we've had a fun celebratory birthday weekend in honor of Mama Bear Mare. And there's this part of me that immediately gets like, oh, you spent the whole weekend like doing self-care stuff, and that I still really struggle with that as
Right.
somebody who and I don't have it as my first karma card. For me, in fact, I'm going to look up right now, where do I have the Ace of Hearts? It's in my roadmap. I want to say, okay, but I'll find that. But for you, what are some of the things that you do for your own self-care? Because it is such a part, it is integrally connected to the Three of Hearts, which we'll get
Right.
to in a couple of weeks. We'll talk about the Three of Hearts. We're going to go through the entire all the entire 13 cards of the heart suit this spring season.
Love
What are
that.
some of the ways that have learned to care for yourself? Because we talk a lot about like people pleasing.
Mm-hmm.
What that.
I am beyond ready to retire to rip off that people pleasing patch off my jack. Like let's
Yeah.
just let it go. Let's just be
Like
done.
unsubscribe. Unsubscribe.
Subscribe to the chaos, people. That is just um some of the some of the ways that I will repeat that question.
Just some of the things that you have started to do for yourself to.
Okay. Look at that. It's even hard for me to think of because it's not normal.
Right. Well, right. Like, and
Yeah.
things are becoming more routine. It's like, oh, this is a way that I care for myself, or this is the way I tend to
Yeah.
myself. Or
Yeah.
when you're finding that you're in the midst of like, am I making a decision that is because it'll please the other
Hmm.
versus myself? And sometimes there is a balance, right? There is a place for like we do serve others and we do care for others and love others. But when is it out of balance, right? We're just coming out of the equinox, which is the balance. So how do you, yeah, what are some of the things that you would say that you have started to do that really help you to create that healthy boundary? Which, I mean, if we look at self-care, self-love,
Right.
so much of that is putting up a healthy boundary around ourselves. And
Right.
and that kind of changes the way that we can view it perhaps and makes it a little softer or more loving.
Yeah, and when you grow up, you think self-care means you go get your nails done in a spa, and that's part of it, of
I mean, we
course.
did we did do
And
that this weekend. Yes,
and
that
get
is part of
yourself
it.
a tattoo, sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all self-care
Yeah.
externally, even though it
No.
makes you feel really good, right? And but I needed to turn it in more
Yeah.
because I knew that I had to do the self-care from the inside in order for it to shine out. It was just too surface. Everything was very surface. So for me, self-care is starting with writing my morning pages, because for that is unloading everything that I have possibly thought about through the night in my sleep, and just
Right.
sit there and um
Carving out
making
time
myself
to write and see what's in
a
this mind, and your mind being a Ten of Clubs mind also, that's your other card, is such a big powerful thought thinker, and the 10 is
right,
like the one like plus huge groups and success and more,
yeah,
it's an amplified one is the 10
right.
deck.
And I think
So
self-care is really important for those, especially when you have anxiety or
yes,
because you even just the practice of making yourself a cup of tea and listening to a good book, reading a good book first thing in the morning to get yourself just aligned.
right,
Because I'm better now at feeling when I'm out of alignment. And then you get daily practices like meditation. To me, that's self-care.
yeah, totally,
Going through just the journaling and just my routine before I get out of the house. I make it about myself so that I'm armed and ready to, no matter what's out there, who's out there, someone cuts me off, any of those kinds of things.
Yes.
I am doing my affirmations big time every day. So those
Yeah.
are the two things for sure.
Yeah, and that
Meditation.
is like you said, like about putting your oxygen mask on first. If you're on the airplane, we take that analogy into and that's what getting up and starting your day with writing or meditation or music or the things that we can do, even just, the beautification process. If, doing your hair and
Right,
your makeup can be a lovely way to just self-care and have some time to yourself before entering into the busyness of
right.
of life. Yes. And this is just something that, like, it's just the beginning. It is, literally the new beginning, but something that for you throughout your life, it carries a higher significance as your spirit card, as your first
Mhm.
karma card, that in this lifetime, you are really giving a lot of energy to this new love beginnings. But again, the greatest love. I mean, can we sing a little Whitney? Because the
I need
greatest
my lighter.
love of all. That's because we
It's
didn't
so
karaoke
true.
this
God,
weekend.
does she know what she was saying?
Is
Yes, very
happening to me. So the Ace of Hearts, this is the very first card of the deck. It is the karma card for all three of hearts. And we've got one in the house today. And then also just knowing that how the cards show up in your reading will change the meaning just slightly. So I said it was is in my roadmap. I know it's in my roadmap. It is actually my Jupiter card. And I guess I have paid so much attention to the cards that are more challenging energies in
right.
the roadmap. I mean, right? Like that's where like some of our greatest teachers come and our growth areas come from those places that really challenge us. Whereas Jupiter is a blessing. So for me as a four of spades person, the ace of hearts is my Jupiter. It is like a big amplified blessing. And so maybe I don't know. I'm just thinking, seeing this for the first time. You came on and you were starting to say about all the ways in which I have helped you with this. And so maybe that
Hmm.
is part of my blessing is to help people really love and nurture themselves because when it starts here, it ripples out.
Right.
Ripples out.
Absolutely.
Um, I think my biggest story with the Ace of Hearts happened as a in my roadmap last year. So we have our roadmap for life, but then every year around every lap, we get a fresh set of cards. Like, how are you playing your cards? And so, as a single woman, I definitely look for my love cards because as a single woman who's desiring to be in a relationship, that's important. And I saw the Ace of Hearts last year in my roadmap. And I was like, ooh, this is it. Like new beginnings in love. Wah, wah, wah. It was in my Saturn period. And the Saturn period is more constrictive. It was like, no, this period, you're going to really be forced with loving again
Yes. Yeah.
yourself. I mean, I'm like, but
Hmm.
I've been loving myself. I'm ready.
Hmm.
It's like, no, the universe just kind of knows sometimes, It's like,
Yeah.
no,
Yeah.
it's a
It
journey. It's a
is
journey.
a journey.
So, and
Absolutely.
it's a joy to be on the journey with you. It is,
Same.
and
Same.
and to magi it out. But like we were just going to keep it short and sweet today, talk about that very first card representative of the initiation into spring season and wish everybody a very happy I guess spark of life, right?
Mm.
It's the fiery sign of Aries. We are now into that season. We do have a little bit of retrograding happening still with the planet Mercury and the planet Venus currently this March 24th of 2025.
Yes.
However, it is the beginning of something new. We are all collectively starting to see the emergence, longer days of sun, more times to go outside, be social, be connected, and see where the sparks or where the seeds that you planted in the stillness of winter are starting to bloom and grow. So I'm going to have one final thought for you. When you think back to winter, and the dreams that you planted for yourself that you're just starting to see grow. What is one thing that you want to nurture? What new beginning do you want to nurture as we go through? And again, it's not today, it's not this week, but through this season, and then it will bloom into the fullness of summer and then pair away with the fall,
Mm,
like go within in the winter. But here we are, just the spark. What's something that you're wanting to nurture?
my voice and my feminine, my divine feminine, my feminine power, my masculine side, but not in that's the only side, like kind of
Mm,
finding that balance. And I there's a lot of personal goals I have as far as, writing and radio and podcasts and all that. But my biggest goal this year is to really dig deeper and just keep digging until everything is just out.
it out.
It's yeah,
Yes,
it's
I love
been
that.
way past time.
Right, right.
Yeah.
And we officially start the Joyful Soul Circle, the spring season, which is called Rise, Healing the Heart Wounds. That is starting this Wednesday. And during this, one of the very first things that we will do is draft ourselves a vision statement for spring to just help us remember like where we are headed and have a short uh, expression that we can pull ourselves back to again and again to remind us of where we're going, what it is that we're dreaming for ourselves, and then to take the small little baby action steps towards it. Before
Mm-hmm.
you know
And
it,
remember, your word is your
before you
wand.
know it, this one is going to be we shall see where it goes, but I'm so excited for your journey ahead. I'm excited for mine as well, and for everybody who is, stepping into their courageously authentic dream that you have for yourselves. Like the universe is for you. There is guidance, and surround yourself with people who love, support, and encourage you. Fill your thoughts with encouraging, empowering words, and remember that your word is your wand.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I would love to leave with an affirmation for the Ace of Hearts, and the one that just popped into my head is, I am love. I am love.
Mm-hmm.
You are love.
Yeah. Yes.
So
You
you
are.
are love. You are love. So thanks for being here for Magi Monday, everybody. We will be back next week with the two of hearts, two hearts that beat as one.
Love it. Love it.
Love ya. Bye. To love and joy in the journey.